Hey, why don't we all go roll around?
So let's talk a little bit about actually, you and Mark this season.
Yeah.
We've been kind of trying to tease things out of Mark and tease things out of Robert about the effects of what Sam did with Crowley.
Okay.
So how is your relationship going to change as you're going into?
Well, Sam, and what we saw was from episode 2. So the scene where we saw Sam and Dean in the dungeon with Crowley is not our season premiere. We had tried to flip some schedule stuff. And so clearly we have him. He's in our basement, in our dungeon, and we're trying to weasel information out of him. Now he plays his cards very close to the vest, and he's not going to show them all yet, obviously, but we have possession of him, and we think we can't be found. And Sam, he almost confessed to Sam. He did confess to Sam. I mean, he started becoming human, and Sam's certain that he can get it back out of him, that there's something in there, that it's not all dead and gone. That's not like, oh, he's the king of hell, there's no humanity left in him. He saw it. And Sam is certain that he wasn't faking, so he's going to try everything he can to get him back to that spot. And we know how to cure a demon, so.
Sam, again, they do this to you every single
All the
finale.
frickin' time.
They leave you in really bad
I know.
shape. So, any kind of hints, teasers about how Sam...
Well, Sam, what's great is there was the finale. I loved it. I loved doing it. Do you see? You see? I do love him. Max is out there with Tom rolling around. It's pretty awesome. It was so fun to work with Shepard for 3 days. He did a kick-ass job, and it was just a cool storyline. And to see the story kind of go like this, and even at a time, I felt like, what am I dying? Am I what am I curing? Like, what's going on? So I felt, and I think it was kind of by design that happened. But we obviously saw Sam and Dean decide to choose each other for the first time, as opposed to like go straight for the job and the mission. So it'll be interesting because Sam didn't get better. In fact, he got worse. So we see at the beginning of the season, he's even worse than he was. And now we've got no angel friend and just more angel enemies, powerful, running around, and no way to protect ourselves. So I like that we start off in dire straits.
In contrast to a lot of season finales, season transitions, nobody died or went to hell.
I know, disappointing, huh? Yeah, we should have.
It's really different, and I think from the voices of our fans, that's what they've been watching.
Yeah,
they're kind of tired of that. How do you feel?
I completely agree, and I think, unfortunately, one of the reasons finales do that is because they kind of have to, because you don't know if you're picked up yet. But our fans have been, like, if we had been told 9 years ago, hey, listen, you get 176 episode season, we would have told the story very differently. And so it's half been dictated by, listen, you might not get another episode, so have it wrapped up enough. But we knew before the episode was written that we were coming back. And so as kind of a thank you to the fans, Jeremy and Bob and the bunch were like, okay, we're just going to continue season 8 into 9, as opposed to like, what happened? We're coming back, because like, our fans aren't stupid. And the only reason we ever have to treat them stupid is because we're being treated stupid. Because, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, hey, did Sam and Dean die? It's like, listen, guys, the people who are paying for the show make us write it and do it in such a way where if they don't pick us up, it can be an ending, So it was nice to have enough fan following and enough support from the fans that we were able to just write season 8 like that into season 9, as opposed to like season 8, okay, now crash it. They're like, oh, now we're coming back. How do we? So we were able to, and I think it's great. I think it's great for the show. I think it made for a really strong season, and this season is badass. It's awesome. It's really cool. Yeah, it's so cool.
Sam's always been very much the little brother. He's
Yes.
always been kind of pushed down.
Yeah.
He's always wanted to take charge. And this season, this past season, I feel like Dean couldn't help Sam because Sam started the trials, and so he couldn't do that.
Right.
He couldn't help Cass because he was going. And I feel like Dean was kind of running around and he couldn't help anybody.
Sure.
Whereas Sam also takes on almost the big brother responsibility.
Yeah.
And like the big job.
That's funny.
How do you think Sam's going to kind of transition that in the next season? Do you think he's going to continue on that path?
He's going to try.
Push down little brother.
Yeah, I think Sam has always been. He's kind of had one foot out, one foot in for a long time, and now I think he's committed. And clearly, with his decision to choose a partnership with his brother in cahoots against evil, as opposed to I'm going to fight evil my way. We'll link it when we can, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to close the gates of hell. I'm going to kill Lilith. I'm going to marry a demon or whatever. He finally chose along, and his brother came to him and said, fight alongside me. Not like, let me take the lead. That's what he said, and the line was written even. Remember when we first read it, the line was, you can do, it's your choice, I'm just telling you. And I think they might have cut it for whatever reason, timing or something. But it was a very Dean saying, listen, buddy, we're equals. Let's fight this as equals. I can't do it alone. And so that was a big come to God. And Sam's not like a guy who once he has power, he'll use, it's not gonna go like, Dean, you said, it was I remember what I did. So Sam's happy to let Dean take the lead when he wants and vice versa. And now that Sam's older, he gets to do whatever he wants, I guess.
Jensen did mention that there's a wrench sort of in the season, a secret that Sam doesn't know about.
Yes.
How does that sort of affect their relationship? And
maybe
further down the line, Sam?
Don't know yet because Sam, I've only read episodes where Sam doesn't know, but there is a wrench. I'm so pissed off that they didn't talk about it on stage because I'm limited what I can say as to what Bob and Jeremy said, and they remain tight-lipped. But I want to talk about it. I'm so excited. But there is a secret that Sam doesn't know. Then it really heavily involves Sam. It even has a lot to do with why Sam's still alive. So Dean is kind of just continuing to lie to Sam, and he's hating it every step of the way. And Sam can't really tell. Sam's just like, okay, well, I remember our conversation about teamwork, so I'm going to take you at your word. But when Sam finds out, shit's going to hit the fan.
Is it going to be different this time in terms of conflict? Because it seems that prior to this, it was a lot more of the little brother and the big brother kind of conflict that actually grew into hatred.
Yeah.
And then if you guys kind of come back together and you're choosing each other.
Yeah.
How would this new friendship, how do you think it's going to affect the wedding?
I hope Sam will understand. I'm sure there will be a time when he does not, when he's upset, just because Dean begged him to stop something and offered honesty and partnership, and then kind of right off the bat is keeping a secret. So Sam's never going to be like, well, you begged me to do something. I could have closed the gates of hell. You told me, I could have your trust, and now this is the first thing that happens. So certainly Sam will be upset, but I like Sam being alive. So I hope he forgives the guy. Yeah, and I think I love, and we've had a chance to, as writers and as actors and as a story, we've had a chance to see what's worked for the show and for the fans and what hasn't worked, and we've done many episodes of both. So I hope we steer more towards what's working, which is always, I think, the brothers, the relationship. Thanks, guys. What's that? Awesome. Very cool. Jensen's going to be there. Yeah. Very cool. It's only we wanted to do 2 separate ones, but I heard. Yeah. Well, I texted Tage, who's and I was like, hey, if you need me to tweet more about it to make sure we raise enough money possible for. She's like, you sold out in like 3 seconds. You're fine. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks, guys. It's going, guys. Well, same old, same old. I haven't. That's next. Sorry. I love that. Where's Shepard? That's Mark's kid and my kid having floor laying on contests. Yeah. That's amazing. Where's Shepard?
I kind of want to do that myself right now.
I know. Hey, why don't we all go roll around?